welcome. So today we're just going to be doing some deep stretches, and we're going to be holding poses and really focusing on our breath today. So I'm not going to be guiding, talking, cueing as much. The goal for this practice is to be extremely meditative and healing to wherever you are in this moment. So let's just go ahead and begin. We'll get right to it. You can find either a comfortable seat on a block or a pillow. Feel free to lie down on your back. Find a place that is going to bring you the utmost comfort in the body, the spirit, the mind. Try to detach yourself from expectations as you dive into this seat. Let go of anything that you're truly holding on to, anything that is hindering you from experiencing this moment full-heartedly. If you haven't already, gently close the eye. Bring awareness to the eyelids as they shut. Notice the darkness the eyelids create. And then maybe just allow the eyeballs to roll in the space in between your brows. Soften the body wherever you are, regardless of the shape or the positioning on your mat. And start to feel the body as an entire whole, ground down into the earth, feeling heavy. We can just start with a full body scan. Feeling the head as it weighs heavy on top of the shoulder. Try to release any tightening within the forehead. Soften the scalp. Let go of the wrinkles. Soften the jaw. Notice the way that maybe the temples feel. The eyebrows, the eyelids. Notice the space around the face, so the cheekbones. The nose. The lips, the tongue, any vibrations that you feel inside of the mouth, the lips. And then moving your way into the throat. Maybe it feels a little closed off today. Maybe it feels wide open. Allow the shoulders to just melt away from the earlobe. Softening the chest. So noticing what you feel within the chest. Heaviness, tightening. Maybe you feel at ease. Fill the breath up from the tips of your toes and just envisioning that full breath of air traveling from the big toes all the way throughout the legs, into the hips, the low belly, the ribs, into the chest, expanding, and all the way up through the throat as it opens. And then in through the nostrils, up through the crown of the head, this nice full lengthening of an inhale. And then pressing the breath all the way out out from the crown of the head down into the face, the nose, the throat, the chest, the ribs, the belly, the hips, the legs, and the toes. And as we breathe in, just envision creating a lot of space within the body, smoothing out any hard, jagged surfaces or edges, any tension, any heaviness that has been stored. And start to soften the ribs, the belly, maybe by breathing in slowly, deeply. Soften the fingers. Notice any tingling or sensations that start to occur as the body just falls away. Notice if you're holding on to muscular tension within the thighs, the kneecaps, the toes, the ankle. And feel everything release. So take a big breath in through the nose, filling up, up, up. Keep filling up until you can no longer suck another breath in. Open everything, let it flow out effortlessly. Let it flow out. And start to tap into the breath. How does it feel? Is it restricted in any way? How does it feel as it exists in the low belly? And as it travels all the way up, maybe envisioning it riding up the spine, into the throat, the nose, up to the crown of the head, and then pushing the air all the way out to the base of the spine, into the legs, into the toes. Connecting perhaps to that Ujjayi pranayama. And in this moment, allowing yourself to be okay with any transitions that are occurring in your life. To be okay with the idea of slowing down, staying home, and truly delighting in just all of the pleasures that your home can provide you. Delighting in the satisfaction of spending time with yourself. Creating new routines. Existing in the silence of your own being. Finding creativity in brand new ways. And find some trust in this process of slowing down, renewing, regenerating. And day by day, letting go of fear, tapping into truth, tapping into trust. And as the earth begins to slow down, allow yourself to slow down with it. Take a big breath in as we embrace all that is happening. And a slow breath out, bringing some movement into the body, whatever you need. Slow, mindful movements, waking up the bones, the flesh, waking up the breath. And we'll find ourselves just in a downward facing dog, and allow this down dog to stretch you out. You can pedal out through the legs, lift high onto the toe. Maybe add a little twist in the torso as you shake it out. And every pose, every shape, every movement that we connect to, say thank you to yourself silently. Thank you to the body as it provides nourishment, restoration, renewing of the cells, the muscles, renewing of the mind, tapping into the breath, connecting to the earth, recognizing what needs grounded during this time of solitude. We're going to step the right foot in between the palms and drop down to the back knee. Settle into a lunge of your choice. So maybe you sink really deep into the hips and wiggle it out side to side. Or maybe you pull out from the hips and bring your palms to your heart or resting them on the thigh. And as we settle into every pose today, our breath, that is the one thing we're connecting to deeply. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the sound of your breath. And then shift the hips back. We're just going to fold over that right leg, maybe tucking the toes toward the kneecap, maybe pointing them down toward the top of the mat. And then inhale, shift the weight forward. Maybe lifting the gaze, lifting the heart. And then exhale, rock the hips back again, surrendering over that right shin. And we're just going to flow through this a few times on your own. Match breath to movement, filling up with the intention of each inhale and the intention of each exhale, settling in. And then we'll slowly return back to that low lunge, stacking the knee on top of the ankle. And then inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Just take a nice big stretch. You can lift the gaze toward the fingers. You can reach back for a slight back bend. And then interlace the fingers toward the spine. Breathe in, stretching the chest, pressing the knuckles down as you tilt the gaze toward the ceiling. And then pulling the fingers away from the spine. You can always grab your forearms or create two fists if this bind is not accessible to the shoulder. And then straighten the front leg. Keep an energetic bind within the arms. Come to the heel. You can stay here if you'd like a little more. We're going to dive the head forward. Rinsing the shoulders, lifting the fingers away from the spine. Move slowly here as balance becomes a challenge. Flexing those right toes, Getting a little stretch in the hamstring, and then slowly pull up. Returning into what we started in. Release the bind, shake it out, roll the shoulders. Find a lunge once again. And then lower the palms down. We're going to walk the foot to the outside of that mat. And hands are on the inside of the foot. We are going to come into a variation of lizard. Breathing here. Any variation of choice. Guiding the body when it's ready. Deeper into the pose or just remaining where you are. Come to the palm. We're going to attempt to bend the left leg. Reach up with the right hand and see if you can find the left foot. Lightly grabbing either the sole of the foot, the ankle, or the big toe. And then squeezing the heel toward the butt very gently as you roll the right shoulder back, shifting the gaze either behind you, up, or to the right wall. Breathing into the left quad. Big breath in, so try not to restrict the breath as we're in this twist. Breath out. How does the body feel? Where is tension being released? Where is tension being stored? And slowly let go of the foot. Return the hand back to the mat. And then we're going to find half pigeon. So walking the right foot over to the left hand. And placing the shin behind both wrists. And you can walk the left leg away from you. You can make any adjustments. So allow yourself to come into a new sensation. So something that you're not quite used to. And maybe the sensation keeps you on your palms, your fingertips. Maybe the sensation allows you to go deeper into the pose, along with the breath. Feel free to take a pillow or a block underneath the right hip. And make your way into your shape, taking your time. Breathing in, slowing the breath, flowing it out. If it's in your practice, you can bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Thread the left arm under the chest, reaching it toward the right wall. Lowering the left temple to the mat. Extend the right fingertips out in front of you, reaching each arm in their direction. Breathe in. Breathe out. Finding contentment with where you are, not feeling rushed to move forward, not feeling rushed to create all these new tasks, but just being right here in the moment. Feeling okay with the fact that we will be residing in our home. Feeling safe within the spaces that we are creating for ourselves, these new spaces, these new opportunities and sensations. Feeling content in the present mind. Start to walk your hands back toward the body and gently soften the left knee. Let's just fall to the right hip. Take your time as you bring the legs up in front of you, making any micro movements to just rinse out the tension in the body. And we're going to find ourselves in a wide-legged position. So flex through the heels, maybe take your hands behind you as you find a long, wide stance. You can point the toes, you can roll through the ankles. We're going to take the right arm up overhead, and we're going to take the left hand toward the right knee. We're just going to place the fingers down. So push into the left fingers, elevate the right arm, and reach all the way toward the left toes. Maybe your gaze is down at the left kneecap. Maybe the gaze is up toward the right elbow. Grounding down through the heels, the sit bones. Pressing down into the left fingers, draw a really big breath in. Big breath out as you stretch way over to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Challenge yourself to really fill up, not to feel restriction as we breathe. Keep the right arm flexed, the fingers flexed. Noticing sensations that are collecting throughout the forearm of the right hand and arm. Breathe in. And exhale, soften, but bring yourself up with the core. Lower the hand down. Roll the neck around. The left arm reaches. The right fingers go next to the left thigh. Press down through the tips, reach up and over toward the right toes. Stay rooted. So notice the chaos that may be happening within your life. Maybe the house is always messy. Maybe you forget where you place things. You're constantly searching for the things that you misplaced. You feel frantic, chaotic, not in sync. That's an indication that we need to be grounded. So finding grounding yoga poses, rooting ourselves down into the earth, slow movement, strong intention, slowing down, finding meditation and breath work. Take another inhale. And then slowly use the core to bring you back up. Lower the hand. Roll through the neck. Inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale to a wide-legged fold of your choice. Walk the hands back. We're going to shift our awareness to the back of our mat, the left leg, and we're just going to return into our very beginning sequence. So take your time coming up, finding downward facing dog, and lifting up through the butt bones. Take an inhale. Maybe drawing the heels to the mat on the exhale. And then we'll step our left foot in between the thumbs, lowering onto the right knee. Finding your variation of a low runner's lunge. Move around here. When you're ready, we'll settle. Becoming aware of the feelings that you're experiencing on this side. The connection from the breath, with the body, with the mind. Exhale, shift the hips back. Straighten the left leg, assist the foot forward as needed. Breathe in, press into the fingertips, lengthen the spine and fold. Drawing chin to shin, crown of the head toward the toes, maybe chin to chest. Fill up with breath. Empty out. You can point the toes, you can flex them, you can walk the fingers way out beyond the foot. And then inhale, sink back into that low runner's lunge, and then you're just gonna flow back and forth. Inhaling to the low lunge, and exhaling, floating the hips, stretching that front leg. Not really putting a number to the movement, but putting an intention, putting breath work, slowing down, filling up. Each breath in creates lots of space. Each breath out closes that space up. Come into a low lunge. Adjust, maybe walk the hands to the hips, and then stack the knee over ankle, coming into a lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe reach the thumbs and the fingers behind you, shifting. And then lower the fingers to the tailbone interlace. Take a big breath in, squeeze, press the knuckles away. Big breath out. Straighten that front leg. Flex the toes, inhale. And then exhale, safely nose dive down to your degree of intensity. Keeping the focus and the balance. Grounding into the front heel, the right knee. Lifting the fingers away from the spine, dropping the head. If you fall out, come back in. And then slowly lift back up. Release the fingers. Let's find our lizard pose on the other side. So settling into that lunge, walking the left foot out, coming onto the knife edge of the foot if that's in your practice. If not, you can just stay on the sole of the foot. And then maybe you lengthen the right leg away from you. Pausing. Allowing the body and the mind to always absorb what is happening every time we come into a pose. Every time we show up for ourselves. Ask yourself, am I starting to find ease within the moment? Am I starting to find acceptance within the change in my life? Am I allowing myself to be okay with the fact that I need to slow down? Am I allowing myself to connect with the breath? Letting go of resistance. Letting go of the ego mind, the I want. Letting go of your desires and temptation. Connecting to the truth self. The I needs. Come back to the palms. Maybe lift out of the hips. Bend the right knee. Reach the left arm up. Grab a hold of the toe, the foot, the ankle, or the shin. And then gently tug the heel toward the butt, adding a twist in the torso. Gaze can look up or back. And just pausing this right here, holding this. Feeling the stretch within the right quad. Try not to hold on to the breath, allow it to be fluid. Notice if the body is shaking, maybe you need to back off, maybe you need a little more, and then slowly release. Arm floats back down and we'll set up for half pigeon. However you need to get there. Stack the shin right behind the wrists. And then crawl that right leg away from you, placing a block underneath the left hip as needed. And try to square your shin up as much as possible. So maybe place your right hand on your left foot and walk the left knee back so the shin is square. And then adjust your right leg. So this might feel really intense right here, but enough for you to maintain the posture without moving forward. So you can stay. You want to be able to find comfort in the pose physically. So if there's some mental discomfort, that's okay. Focus on your breath, but you never want to feel like you're in pain with the physical body. Coming back to breath. Softening the shoulders, the head. If you'd like, you can take the right arm and thread it underneath the chest, reaching the right fingers to the left, crawling the left fingertips out in front of you. If this is uncomfortable to the knee, come out and return back to just a normal half pigeon, or adjust by tucking that left heel closer to the thigh. And we'll stay here for about 3 more rounds of breath. Begin to walk back to the palm, gently easing your way onto the left glute, bending the knees and coming into any micro movements. You can windshield the legs back and forth, pausing, and then transitioning. And when you're ready, we'll find that wide-legged stance once again. So push through the heels, curl the toes, maybe even press down into the palms behind you, lifting the chest, feeling grounded and rooted, feeling secure and safe. Release. Just bring the palms toward the knees. You can face them up. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Tuck the right foot in toward the left thigh. Lower the right hand down. Inhale, bridge the heart, the chest, the hips. Reach the left fingertips behind the right shoulder. Pressing down into the left foot. Pressing down into the right shin. Slowly lower down. We'll switch it up on the other side. Extend the right, tuck the left. Inhale, wave the right fingers up, arch the spine, reach behind you, breathe in. And lower down, breathe out. We can make our way back to the top of our mat, toward the right leg, and just finding a tabletop position. Rocking the hips side to side, front to back, bringing movement into the spine, maybe into the shoulders. So just notice what you need right here. final balance. Squaring the armpits, the chest, the shoulders, the hips. Bend the left knee, reach the right arm up, maybe tap the toes. Maybe you can grab a hold of the foot coming into a modified twisted dancer. Push the left foot up, pull the foot toward you with the right hand, but yet kick it out of that hand. And then slowly release, exhale, cat pose. Inhale, drop it down, stretch the belly, lift the gaze, and then find a neutral spine. Right leg, left arm, big breath in. And maybe you can reach back, grab the foot if you want to go a little bit further. You can even put the hand on the foot and just kind of high five the foot, or you can grab it, kick the knee up, pull the foot toward you, roll the chest open to the left. Take a big breath in, slowly release. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna roll high onto the toes, coming right into plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the knees, the hips. Coming into a version of up dog. And then exhale, push down, hug the belly up, and then use the core rounding into downward facing dog. Inhale to the toes. We're gonna breathe all the way in until we exhale, upward facing dog. Dropping the hips. Bring it all the way up. Press into down dog. One more inhale. Flatten the back, lower the hips. Up dog. And then press back all the way into your dog pose. Pedal out through the legs. And drop the knees. So I'm actually going to face the camera. You're more than welcome to switch up the stance as well with me, or you can stay where you are and look over if you need any guidance. So I'm on the knees. I'm going to reach the arms up overhead. Shift my weight into the left side, and then slowly, with balance and control, step that right foot out to the right and then in front of me. So I'm in a low lunge. I'm in this low lunge. Take a breath in. On the exhale, airplane the arms behind you and sink even lower into the hips if allowed. Inhale, reach the arms up, pull out of the hips. Now on the exhale, we're going to step the right foot over to the right and open into a modified warrior two. So you are going to step your right foot off of the mat. The left leg is going to stay in the same exact spot the entire time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse the warrior. Take the right arm up. Lower the left fingers either down to your thigh, a block, or the mat. And then reach the right fingertips up and over. Inhale, warrior two, core lifts. And exhale, slowly step the right foot back in front of you, coming into that lunge. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, sink, airplane the arms. So breath in, lift up, reach. That warrior two, right leg steps out, open the arms, left leg stays. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, step back into that regular lunge. And then exhale, airplane the arms, sink. Inhale, pull up, reach. Last one, exhale, step that right foot over to the right warrior two. And then inhale, reverse, stay right here. Bring your fingertips either to the mat out a little more or to the block, and then extend the right leg completely. Reach the right arm overhead. Maybe look down at your left fingers. Legs are gonna stay, but we're gonna bring the torso up over the hips. Lower the right fingers toward the right shin. Float the left fingers up and then reach over to the right side. And then slowly return back to that warrior two. You can bend the knee and then step the foot in front of you. Slowly rock the legs back, sit down onto the toes, breathe in. Breathe out. Notice what you feel in the body. Notice how you may feel tender within the muscles, within the thoughts and your emotions. Coming back to the word trust. Trusting within the process. Trusting within your own reactivity, your own thought process. Being the observer. Slowly lift up onto the knees. We'll take the arms up overhead. Lower the fists into your low back. We'll press into a variation of camel. So pushing the hips forward, rolling the shoulder blades together, lifting the gaze. Keep pushing the hips over the knees. Maybe drop the head, maybe keep in control. And slowly realign the spine. Reach the arms up overhead, and then slowly start to lift the left knee. Maybe you wobble and tremble, you fall out balance. This is a slow transition. Step the left foot in front of you, coming into a lunge. Hands reach up, inhale again. Airplane the arms and sink into the hips, exhale. Lift out, reach the arms up. Warrior two, as we only step the left leg out, aligning left heel to the right knee. Opening up the chest and the arms, inhale, reverse. Fingers to the leg, to a block, or to the mat if you can reach down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, step back into that lunge. Reach the arms up, breathe in. Now we'll flow. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, lift up. Step the foot out, open the arms, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Keep a strong bend in that left leg. Inhale, warrior two. Stepping back into that lunge, the foot slowly comes in front of the hips. Exhale, airplane. Last one, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, two. Inhale, reverse. Now hold here. And just extend your left leg long, pressing down into the heel, reaching the right arm overhead. We're right in a modified side plank. Reaching the left arm overhead. And then use the core, squeeze, come up, shoulders stack over the hips. Lower the left fingertips toward the left shin, reach the right arm up. Maybe even grip the left shin, opening up the chest, extending, warrior two. Bend the front leg. And then we'll just slowly bring the knee back to the mat. Lower the hips to the heels, pausing, breathing, observing. Lifting the hips up, coming into our next round of a back bend. You can come into full camel or half camel, whatever is in your practice today. Maybe you grab the heels, push the hips forward, Open the chest, lift the gaze, take a breath in. Big breath out. One more. And release, be mindful, lift the heart. Lower down. We're gonna make our way into staff pose, so it doesn't matter which way you're facing on the mat. Extend the legs out in front of you, flex the toes, press the palms down. Take a breath in, push. Breath out. Last one. And slowly soften the body. Reach the arms up overhead. And then guiding the heart forward, fold. You don't have to grab the feet. Maybe just drop the chin to the chest, let go. Slowly roll up. Bend the right knee and cross the right foot over the left thigh. And then see if you can pull the knee on top of the left knee for half cow. Maybe you stay here. Maybe this is a brand new sensation for the body. At any time, you're more than welcome to fold and rest the weight of your upper body down to the thigh, creating a deeper, more intense sensation. And soften the foot. You can point the toes, you can flex them. Not wondering where we're going next. Not focusing on how long we're going to be here. Choosing to show up in the moment for what it's worth. Choosing to show up in breath. Choosing to show up in reality. Surrender. We'll begin to lift up. Our right foot comes to the mat, still next to the left thigh. Now just shift so you can bend the left leg, tuck the heel under the right butt cheek, and we'll take a seated twist. Inhale the arms up. You can come palms to prayer, elbow to the knee, or right hand to the mat. Maybe left fingertips to the mat as the left elbow points up. So this is your practice. Come into your version. Focus on breathing in, not allowing the breath to be restricted or cut off. Slow inhale. Slow exhales. Making our way back through center, untangling the legs, making any movements as we transition to the other side. Cross the left knee on top of the right if possible. Maybe even set your left foot on a block. What are the differences that are happening within the legs? Do you need a little less, a little more? Do you need to fold? Where do you need to let go? Notice what you're holding on to. Soften the face, the eyebrows, the wrinkles in the forehead. Soften the muscles in your throat. Soften the nostrils, the jaw. Really coming into that connection within your body through meditation, through stillness, through awareness, through intention, heart, and soul. And feeling all the things, even if these feelings make you want to crawl out of your skin. Understanding the roots of these emotions. And allowing yourself to be gentle and compassionate through the process of understanding and healing, existing, putting in the work. And then walking the fingers back, lifting the gaze, being gentle on the spine. Send the left foot all the way down. Tuck the right heel under the left butt cheek. And then we'll come into our twist. You can inhale, reach the arms up. You can lower the left hand. You can bend the right arm, tuck the elbow up. Point the fingers down. Any variation, explore a few options. See what feels best to the body in this moment without expectation. Just being submissive to the practice. Giving your body what it needs. Honoring the things that it doesn't need. And then slowly release. Twist it out, shake it out. Maybe fold over the legs again. And then we'll start to make our way onto the back. If it feels good, you can hug the knees into the chest. You can roll into plow or into shoulder stand. To maybe just do a few rocks lengthwise, side to side. This is your practice, whatever you need. And then flattening the body all the way out to the mat. Feeling each individual body part connect to the earth beneath you. Notice the texture that your body is resting upon. The temperature of the floor. Allow the body to really connect. And start with the toes. Allow them to soften. If they're curled, they're holding on to tension. And feel the heels dig down into the ground. Soften the kneecaps. Take up as much space as you need. Start to connect to the way that your body feels internally, not just externally. The space within the bones, the cartilage, the ligaments. Tenderness of the muscles. If you're still contracting, tightening, holding on, bring awareness to those points in the body and let go. Breathe breath into those spaces. Create openings, create space, not even in the body, but also in the mind. Soften the belly muscles, the fingers, the shoulder. Soften the throat. Gently close the eyelids. Let the breath just be smooth and fluid. Notice the space around the body. Sensations and energies that you're picking up on. Notice any sounds. When thoughts pull you away from the present moment, return back. The space in between your eyebrows, the third eye. Connecting to your inner essence, your intuition, your intention. Thinking everything, everyone that you come in contact with. Every item in your home, every person you live with. Acknowledging and recognizing all the things that we take for granted. Finding gratitude for creating space for new opportunities, for slowing down. Please feel free to stay here and rest as long as you need without feeling interrupted or feeling that you have to get up and continue on with your day, but just allowing yourself to remain right here for as long as you absolutely